Hey everybody, Austin here, and this is my iPhone 14 Pro. So I've had this phone for about 2 weeks now. Really enjoying it, getting used to the dynamic island. We're gonna go over the apps, the widgets that I use. I really enjoy watching videos like this. I feel like it gives me some insight into how I can improve my own setup. Let's just get into it. So on the home screen, we'll start there. I'm kind of proud of this home screen. I've never really used widgets before the iPhone 14 Pro. Mostly I just had all my apps stacked, kind of color coordinated, just on one screen. So with this new update, I've kind of refreshed my look. So to start on the home screen, I've got Spotify. I'm a huge music guy. I feel like I listen to music pretty much every single day when I'm editing videos or photos or just jamming out. This is my Hype Christian Beats playlist that I worked on with a couple friends. So as a widget there, just to jump right into music, or if I'm driving, I can just turn it on and then go hit the road. I love coordinating apps by color. So we got kind of a gray look up here with settings, camera, calculator, and then contacts. Pretty self-explanatory. Love the new cameras. Love being able to have the RAW option for 48 megapixels with the wide angle, the main, the telephoto with 2 times, and then the 3 times telephoto. And then I've got my mail app right here. I mean, everyone loves just looking through mail, right? Yeah, nobody. But it is nice being able to have communications with clients, or just to be able to update and unsubscribe from basically every email list. App Store for new apps. Reminders app. I use the Reminders app religiously. We've got nothing today. I've checked off all my reminders already. I'll use Siri all the time. Just be like, hey, set this reminder, set this reminder, set this reminder. So I can check all my reminders there. It's really helpful so I don't have to write it down or lose it or stress out about that. So kind of very organized that way. And then Safari app, pretty much just check Instagram and YouTube through there. I do have both those downloaded as apps on my phone, but typically I'll delete social media apps if I'm not using them. I just feel like it's a distraction and for me a waste of time if I'm just scrolling. I love the Notes app. Aside from maybe reminders or music, I probably use the Notes app the most. I just love having all my ideas organized, whether it's for YouTube thumbnails and titles or projects working with clients or shopping lists, all those types of things. I've got ideas, upcoming videos that I'll be posting, thumbnail ideas, things like that. And then we've got the weather app. So I feel like as a kid, I never checked the weather, but my dad was always checking the weather. I guess it's just maybe an adulting thing. I don't know. Ever since kind of moving out of the house and then getting married, I feel like I just check the weather all the time. And then the Photos app, mostly when I'm just checking photos that I've taken, and then I'll put it into Visco and I'll edit photos over there. Calendar app, I use the Calendar app all the time, probably in those top 5 apps as well. Again, just to like organize my schedule. Do you guys use calendar apps? Let me know in the comments. And then health app, obviously tracking like steps, heart rate, things like that. I have the Apple Watch as well. So I'll track sleep, other things involved with that. And then maps, obviously, using that all the time. Voxer, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Voxer app. It's a fairly popular app. So like on messages, you can send like voice memos or voice messages. Voxer is kind of built around that directly. So it's kind of a voice first, message or text second type of app. A lot of my family members really enjoy using it. So that's how I communicate with them. FaceTime, I don't even know why this is on the main home bar, I guess, whatever you call this, because I don't use it very often, but I'd like to use it. Maybe it's so, that's probably why I put it there, so I can remember to use it, but that's nice to have. So all my communication apps are just at the bottom. So FaceTime, call, text, everything. So that's kind of the front. I love having this kind of like pattern setup that's color coordinated. All my apps that I use every day is just right there. If I'm not using an app consistently, but I still need it, a great example would be like Yelp or like Google Maps. If I want to pull up a link someone sent me, that's just all in my app library. I don't have that for day to day. And then sliding over to the second side, so I've got my Bible app, Gospel Library. So I'm a believer, I'm Christian, if you didn't know. And so this pulls up just kind of like a new verse every single day. So today's verse is, "Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for the Lord will do great things." So pretty cool. Finance app. So I've got like banking, I've got insurance, Venmo. I love shopping, as maybe you guys do too. And so I've got the Route app, which tracks like orders. Route, the Route app, Route, one of the two. So it tracks orders and it lets you know like when things have been delivered. So like today, I got some new Apollo scooters, electric scooters. Subscribe if you want to see the review and the unboxing for those. and then Route let me know that they were delivered today. So that's exciting. Acorns for investments, Mile Logger. If you guys run businesses or you're an entrepreneur, it's really helpful having an app to track your miles because that can be a tax write-off. So I use the Mile Logger for that. And then church, just again, some of those. So instead of the widget, it's also like all the scriptures and then just like tools to be able to communicate with other members of our congregation. Audio, so Audible, books, and podcasts. I want to use these more. I don't feel like I have time or I give myself enough time, but I'd love to start doing more like listening to podcasts. I've done that in the past, and I feel like it's a great way to kind of like connect with people who have experience in different fields or have things that are interesting to learn about, and you can kind of like elevate your mind there. Then filmmaking, I have a DJI drone, the Mini 2 currently. Would love to upgrade to the Mavic 3 at some point, but that's the flying app, so you need that to fly your drone if you're using your phone. And then Shotless, that's an app from Landon, by the way. I haven't used it yet, but it seems interesting to be able to like track like your shots, also the gear you need. And I anticipate using that soon for different shoots. And then the Visco app. So I edit photos in there. I travel a lot with my wife, so we love going to national parks. We love that type of thing. So I have the Hopper app, which is like a hotel searching app. They give you great deals, or at least they tell you that they do. So I use that app a lot. Hiking project, similar to All Trails. So it's really cool. So you can pull up different hikes in the area. So recently I went to Fifth Water Hot Springs. So you can just search in the app for those hikes, and then it gives you all the information that you need. You can pull up the trail right here, and then it can just show you, okay, like this is how far it is, this is the length. As long as you download the map before, the GPS location will show up and it can help you find your way to wherever you're hiking to. And then the National Park Service app, so that's just cool to learn more about different national parks. The Compass app, I don't really use this a lot, but it makes me feel adventurous, so don't judge me. Food, I used to have more like Chipotle. I'm a huge Chick-fil-A and tropical smoothie guy though, so I have those. And then Chronometer is actually a really cool app my wife uses. She's a nutritionist and a personal trainer. And she actually just launched her website. So I'll link that below if you're interested in that type of thing. But you can go in and you can track your food. So I haven't tracked mine today. Shh, don't tell Lizzie. But you can add like different foods. So you can say, hey, like I had some chicken breast this morning, add that. And then it shows like protein, energy, fat, things like that. So we've got the clock, voice memos, and the watch app. I use the watch app occasionally when I'm updating things on my Apple Watch. Voice memos, obviously you're trying to record some thoughts right there. And then the clock is huge. I've got my alarms there. So I'll have like my morning alarm to wake up and then my evening alarm to remind myself to go to bed, because sometimes I stay up late like a lot of us do. And then the content app. So if I have social media apps downloaded, that will be here. Instagram, if you guys follow me at Austin_K_Brady, you'll see some updates there. I'll post occasionally. And then obviously YouTube is a big app for me. So the YouTube app itself shows like content and shorts, or you can post things there. And then the YouTube Studio app, the YT Studio, is where you can see like updates on analytics, comments, and it helps me communicate with you guys and connect. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, that's the first 2 pages. Then I have my full app catalog, which just is kind of like all the apps. These are the apps that I'll have that I don't want on my home screen, but still want to keep them. On the other side, the sidebar, I've got my exercise. Looks like I have not exercised today. And then like calorie burning and standing hours. So I don't check this very often, but that's there. I love the tracking app, which shows you how much you've been spending time on your phone. So screen time, this gives me a good idea if I'm spending too much time and I should take a break. And then I recently added this Fandango app widget, which shows like updated trailers or top trailers. So yesterday there was the Wakanda trailer and the Black Adam. Really excited for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I just like watch top trailers, and I'm a huge cinema guy, so I really enjoy that. And then battery indicators. So for some reason, like on your Apple Watch, you can, I don't know if you can see this. That is way too far away. But essentially there's a battery indicator on the front right here. I didn't realize that you could do that. So previous to that, I had all my batteries right here because I feel like my watch would just die and I had no idea that it was even low. Good way to keep track of that. So yeah, that's pretty much the home screen. And then for my lock screen, that's kind of what it looks like. So I've just got a couple apps up top and then the time, and that's pretty much it. I really enjoy knowing, again, the watch battery, the weather, and then just my activity levels just at the very top. So Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'll be coming out with more content like this, with reviews, unboxings, filmmaking, things like that. Like the video and subscribe if that's what you're into, and we'll see you guys in the next one.